Welcome to Flipping Economics. Today we will look at unemployment. Now, according to the definition of employment, people are above the age of 15 years, not working, available 7 days prior to an interview, and is actively searching for work or a job. And unemployment, you get 4 types of unemployment. The first one you get is something that we call frictional. This is the time period between your old job and your new job. 2 is seasonal. You only work certain seasons. So for instance, when farmers are picking strawberries, that is only one season specific. The rest, there is no strawberries, then you do not have work. Your third one is cyclical. That goes with the business cycle. So typically when the economy is in the downswing, there will be strain on the economy and unemployment will increase. And the last one is something that we call structural unemployment. And this is, for instance, if there is certain quotas introduced into your workplace, or if there is a machine that is currently now producing the goods that you once produced. So the machine replaced you. That is also one of the examples of structural unemployment. Now, all these 4 types of structural unemployment, something happens to these 4. You call it that you have to enter the unemployment pool or exit the unemployment pool. So you always enter the unemployment pool. So you enter it if you have a new job, or you leave your previous job, or you get fired, and you exit the unemployment pool when you get the job, or you just give up. You don't want to anymore, you don't want to look for a job, you are just emotionally down and out and discouraged, and you give up looking for work. Then you exit the unemployment pool. Right, so that's the basics of unemployment. Now, very importantly, is something that we call the Phillips Curve. Phillips Curve illustrates the relationship between inflation and unemployment. They say, okay, so this is the shape of the Phillips Curve. So theory says that if production increases, work will increase. So if production increase, we will have, in order to meet the requirements for increase in production, we will need to employ more people, more work, more jobs. But this happens if prices is high. Because if prices are high, that will encourage producers to produce more of a certain good because they get more money for it. Then they can expand production by providing more work, which will create more jobs. That's why we say there is an inverse relationship between inflation and unemployment rate. So if inflation increases, unemployment will decrease based on this assumption. Now the last graph is something that we call stagflation. And stagflation is the Phillips curve, but it shifts outwards. So this means that there is an increase in both inflation and unemployment rate. And this occurs when we have the cost push inflation factors. This is an increase in wages and salaries, a decrease in productivity, and so forth. So these factors I will do with you in the next video on inflation, but it's the cost push factors that influence the stagflation graph. And that is the most important graphs in unemployment.